See how this works. Let's see if YouTube will show some love today. Hmm. Let's see if YouTube shows some love today. Let's see. Welcome, family. It's been a long time since I've been live on this platform. A long time. Years. Years. And today we're gonna do an ancient remembrance activation. A lot of people on this platform has asked me about my language. What is it? What does it mean? Where is it from? It's from here. I mean, it's the original language of nature. And if you are a being that is from nature, you will remember it. And today we're going to do an ancient remembrance activation today. And I can answer some questions if you're asking them. If you're not, you don't have to. You can just sit there and just remember. Because we are in a time of ancient remembrance. And it's a beautiful thing. Because we've earned it. This is the finish line, baby. The beginning of the new journey. For many of you, you may be beginning your journeys. I don't know where you are. I'm more directed to the beings who actually have been doing work over the years, which is why we may seem so far apart. And our consciousness and the things that I may say may be so like, what is he talking about? You'll get there. You'll get there. Just keep on going. Don't quit. Blikoax, mikliks, ojikt. Bli ombarek, blaik, fla otokoek, moflin daik, la agzu, mexifirik. Ozalawea wap the kum molawaya, gazalawap the core mexiflin, garag, zictoric, blow oski ramos, flow om berik. Balareptic starak klaig, zarak su, moflik, somilarag, zarek leaks, domikarag zu. Bli o kai klaig, zoram, lo ontokurik, silawemarak, leaks, orik, six sirik, mo flyer, karak six, somilarag su. For some of y'all, you may be feeling pulsations in your body and your heart space. You're being calibrated. Remember, just close your eyes and remember. Being calibrated. Your DNA is being unrattled. You're beginning to feel things. Allow your body to calibrate to this sound. Zaklaik lo o merik li o skiram blo o merikt. Telireptic storic klaik flo ambarik li indorik bli otokumbai fly vlondirik bli otakumix flix. Blio up the kumare clag, zorak sum, of leagues, or rock clearing, moflin, garag, zictoric, blee, fotakurag, sum. A lot of individuals ask me, where's Mr. Intensity? Where did he go? I am still here. It's just the fact of the matter is I found out who I really actually am. This identity that many of you have been living is not the true identity that you actually are meant to live. This was temporary. This identity you have created. This was temporary. This is not who and what you really are, which is why things in your life appear to be mundane at certain moments. So you can elevate and become the true aspect of yourself. I've become the true aspect of myself. I'm becoming the true primordial aspect of myself, the being that's been living for eons. Tapped into that. We don't die. We just continue to go, jump different lives. We're living all of them at the same time right now. Time is not even a real thing. It's what we're experiencing here. It's what we created here. So we could experience it at a slower rate. one at a time type of experiences. This is the only consciousness that you seem to be aware of until you go to sleep while you're awake. This is so you can exclusively have fun in this experience of limitations to eventually get out of it. But be having fun the entire time, even the times where you feel like you're not having fun, you're having fun. Zekle o korek muflae glo amorek. Bli umzgiag zoto korek. Somebody asked, how do I learn? You do not learn this. I'm going to tell y'all something. You can't learn this. It's not possible. You have to live, and then it comes to you when you're ready. See, the thing about your higher aspect is your higher aspect leaves gifts for you, okay, in parts of your realities and dimensions, depending on how you live, what kind of character you have, how righteous you're living, how on the journey you are, how seeking of self you are, right? So when this came online, it came online in 2020 when I was doing retreats in plant medicine, and I wasn't really looking for a language or the fact that I was primordial or dragon or anything like that. I was just trying to find myself. That's all I was trying to do. I was trying to find myself. I didn't like the way that I learned about certain things, truths, because when you become vegan, healthy, you begin to open up as plants open you up and they begin to teach you what's been happening. You don't even realize what you're processing from the plants. You just want to get healthier. You just want to get more like yourself. And that's what happened to me. I was just searching for myself, and that's what came online. I just didn't stop searching. That was the whole thing. No matter who I lost around me, it was all placed there by me so I could ascend from these people in those moments. On each dimensions, you leave batches of data for you so you can actually look at the previous dimension and learn from it as the overseer that surpassed the dimension. The thing was with me, I began to surpass dimensions very rapidly because I had already first things first, I already lived them. This was a replay that we're living because we wanted to do it again for many of us. And the fact of the matter is, before we get here, we can see everything all at once. So we decide on this life when we already know the conclusion, but we forgot that we knew the conclusion. And then deja vu comes up and shows up that we are going the right place, showing ourselves what it is we already saw. That's why whenever deja vu happens, you feel like you already saw it. It's because you did. You already lived it. So for me, I just began to just search for self, and I jumped into a retreat, and I never wanted to learn any other being's language. I never wanted to learn Spanish, French, Chinese. It just never I never worked for me. I could never get into that. And one day, tapped into about 3 grams of shrooms, and language begins to come through me. Very like what's the word I'm trying to use? It was all over the freaking place, and it sounded like gibberish. But I kept on. But I felt it was about how it made me feel, not about how it sounded. And I began to just figure that out. Like, what's that coming out of me? So I did a retreat. I went to a Ebola retreat, and I learned something called the vowel system, the real vowel system. And the real vowel system is not A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. The real vowel system is I-A-E-I-O-U. I-A-E-I-O-U-U-O-I-E-A-A, right? And we were taught how to speak this English language on a different string of sounds. Because when you speak on different chords of sounds, you begin to rearrange the molecular structure or turn your physical avatar online. So when I began to study the vowel system and just teach my body and calibrate my body, I, A, E, I, O, U, right? I began to develop my language better. It began to come through because when I would tap into plant medicine, it would be like backwards English jumbling in my mind. That's what I would see. I would see letters and words just be moving around in my mind, not realizing what that was. So the thing about this is when you begin to open up and tap into these things, the people around you will not feel like you are sane, okay? Because you're speaking of a language that they can't relate to. And these are tests that you placed on yourself to see how much you would find yourself, even if your whole reality told you were nuts. That's what was happening to me around that particular point in time. And I just kept on practicing every day. And it wasn't really even practicing, it was really remembrance. Because we can't learn this. See, the thing about this is in this reality, you have been told that you can just do everything and be everything. And no, there are certain things that you are here to do on this reality. We are becoming limitless where we can do everything again, but you don't want to have to do everything. Sometimes you want to look at your other aspects of yourself, like other reflections, doing that which it is you can't do and admiring it from an external version. But we were told that, we are everything, and we all can do the same things. It's not true, even though we're constantly shown that other beings do things we cannot do. And if we're not in the jealousy envy spirit, we admire it, and we basically get the benefit of that. Because the thing is, when we have powers, y'all, because these are powers that I'm displaying, activated beings activate beings. So when I begin to speak the language, I begin to activate those beings who are listening that have that in them as well, in a different variation. So my language may activate your telekinesis. My language may activate your levitation. See, the thing is, whatever gifts you have coming through you right now that are coming online, that many of you may be ignoring, are actually for your other gifts. And the thing is, you have to get to know and calibrate your body to receive these gifts. Do you see? To receive these gifts, family, by practicing them. You don't have to read a book to get this. See, a lot of y'all are basically reading and trying to chase gifts, not realizing all you have to do is chase life, and the gifts will chase you. Operate in your heart space, and the gifts will find you. You don't have to read a book to get any of these gifts. Maybe in the beginning, you did to activate aspects of you to realize this. So books were necessary in the beginning. But as you begin to tap into your internal books, you begin to close those because you realize those books are other beings' experiences and thoughts and conclusions. Meanwhile, you have your own philosophy inside of you. So the language that I speak is me calibrating myself and you at the same time. Okay. I have not done DMT. I have done 5-MeO DMT, but not the raw, like not the synthetic. I've done the Sapo, the toad bufo. I've done that, and that is 5-MeO DMT. Okay, so I've done DMT, shrooms, iboga, Cambo. I mean, I was chasing self at that time. Many of you don't even have to do the level that I had to do to even tap into what I had to do at that time, because the veil wasn't as thin as it is right now. The veil is very thin right now. For me, back in the day, I did 25 grams in 2020, but I did over 100 grams throughout the whole year, and I needed that to go find myself. I needed to knock on the doorways of death to find that on the other side of that door, there was actually no death. There is where my true aspects were standing. And the thing about y'all is, a lot of y'all are having these wants and these gifts come online, but you're surrounded by individuals who do not reflect that consciousness. And if you're surrounded by more individuals that do not reflect the consciousness that you're jumping into, they can actually hold you down in the dimension. That is real. It's real. So that's what was happening to me all these. That's why I'm glad that I was able to come back on YouTube, because this is really where I started trying to teach people about this stuff online while myself I was going through it. You saw me married, you saw me with children, you saw me living in a house, you saw me with no hair, you saw me with no beard. You if you go back far enough, you will see the whole transformation. That's what happened here. And I'm glad I could come back here, and I could break this again so y'all can be able to hear what I got to say, because y'all really been showing me love since the beginning. Real talk. Remember, I used to be on live here every other day talking about plants and health and all that stuff. I was like, I was naive, but it was a good thing to be naive at that time, because I was just experiencing. I was just trying to learn, which is great. I really wanted to help you. It was about where my heart was at. See, all the whole time, even if I was incorrect about things in the dimension, I was just trying to help the beings with the knowledge that I knew. And the thing is, the reason why I got my language back is because the information that I had and the following that I had, I did not allow that to influence what I gave you. I always gave you the truth, no matter the penalty. Because what happened was, in the beginning, when I was giving you the truth, exercising my throat chakra, I would get penalized for doing that in little subtle ways, like in little passive ways, like they would, they would shadow ban me. This is the first time my following has jumped from 50,000 to 55,000 in the last 5 years. They shadow banned me like 7 years ago, and it was at 50,000. and then boom, stop right there. And it'd been there for 5, 6 years. And this is the first time it's jumped like that. Real talk. It wouldn't go nowhere. But the thing is, I wouldn't quit. And because I wouldn't quit, and I continued to tell you the truth no matter what happened to me, and no matter if my wife thought I was crazy, if my kids thought I was crazy, my parents thought I was crazy, and they thought I affected my money, I never stopped trying to help you. And the thing is, when you move like that and continue to put love out into the world, no matter what happens to you, you get rewarded sooner or later. You build up what they call karma credit. Now, I didn't know I was doing this. I didn't know I was. It's like you're making deposits in a bank of your gifts. I didn't know I was doing this. I was just trying to love and help beings. Even when beings thought I was doing scamming shit or whatever, I was like, I know who I am. And I know it's going to come to me. Everybody going to see me for who I really am. Because there was a lot of other beings out there always getting notoriety. And they weren't even telling y'all the truth. And I'm like, why am I getting punished for telling y'all the truth? And all these beings always get rich and famous and all this notoriety. I'm just trying to help them. It would be wild. But I stuck to it. And when my primordial aspects began to come through me, I just wouldn't stop because I knew this felt like something I had never felt before. And I just was trying to discover spells being put on me, sex magic being done to me, magic done on my kids, my business. Man, shit, intensity got stolen. Earthly elevation, they was trying to put spell work on it. Intensity got spell work and it got stolen. Wow, y'all. And then I realized that I was actually empowering the supplements with my energy. The reason why the supplements were so good is because I am actually a high level alchemist, and whatever I touch, I actually enhance that which I touch. It's like, you ever heard of the whole Midas touch thing? Yeah, many of us got that ability, but we don't know we had those abilities. They call it like Reiki. It's higher levels to Reiki than you even realize. I want you to think about the movie Eternals, and the chick, I think her name is Cersei in Eternals. She could touch things and turn them to any substance she wants it to. So with that, when I was touching my supplements, they were already good, but I was enhancing them. I was making the intention to heal you and enhance you with that. That's why my supplements were so good. And the thing is, the beings that already knew who I was knew that. So they had to try to stop me at every turn. But they couldn't stop me to a level where they shut me down at every turn. You know what I mean? So it was pretty wild, y'all. It was pretty wild throughout all these years. Getting divorced, having a baby, then getting divorced, losing my kids, my sons that they don't live with me no more. Yo, a lot has happened, y'all. A lot has happened. But the thing is, we set these things up to happen so we can get stronger because we don't get stronger unless they happen. You see? And when you're a high level being and you can handle it, even if you're in an experience where you don't know or you don't think you can handle it, you will get through it. That's the thing about high level beings. We don't quit. We are bullheaded. See, we are bullheaded, but it's a good and a bad thing. Because sometimes we're bullheaded detrimental to ourselves, and sometimes we're bullheaded, and that's why we don't freaking quit. That's why we don't stop. That's why we continue to get results. But the results that we're getting at this particular point is our gifts. See, there's levels to this too. Some beings will get gifts, some beings will get land, some beings will get the new whatever currency and wealth there is, whatever it looks like. It's not money. It's something coming that's way better than money. And for my reality, it's my gifts. Because when I can do my things again, when I can fly out here again, I can have my super strength and I can grow and I can become anything and I don't need to eat this kind of food. What do I need? I can build structures with my mind out of nature. And it don't gotta take construction equipment. I can do this with mudras, simple as that, and bring structures out the ground, which I can live in if I decide to. There's the wealth. Many of y'all are the straight wealth. You always been the wealth. That's why it seems like you don't fit in with nobody. You always been the wealth. Your whole reality had to show you that you wasn't to see if you actually was really gonna go get it and earn that shit. Many of y'all have earned it. That's why you're here now. That's why you're at the finish line now. That's why you're remembering who you are now. That's why you're transforming now. That's why you're even on this video now. Clear Oaks Kayaks. Bli omorek, bli arms gile waberek, så lo wep te kirak, lo arms skikt. Bli fotokumbai raktuk stormy kleigaremos. Bli otokumbai rek six soberek klimaxt. Blik otakarek movlag zorek klimax orekst. Blik zeterik lo ozgaek domile etakurag zotorik blue zgirik. Blabi fentik stotokurek lags. Bli ombarik blo derik bli etakaiv lak rang doom. Votakerek lexi rang most. Hello West. Ha 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 ha. Le oregs. Somebody said you said that your own family lied to your kids and took them from you. Why do that? Why you think they do that? Why you think they lie to my kids? Let's keep it a buck. They were supposed to. They were supposed to create a level of adversity that would give me enough anger energy to transmute from my very rise. They did what they were supposed to do. See, at the time where I didn't realize my role in that and how I created my own scenario in my video game, I didn't realize my power at the time. So I was angry at them because I couldn't believe it. But not realizing that I was about to transmute all that anger into my very own rise, and I wouldn't have rose without having enough energy that was given to me by a scenario to rise. So, in order to really touch me, you got to touch those who I love. Whether you touch them in a way where you corrupt their minds and make them see me as something that I'm not, no matter what I'm showing them, and then project that onto my children, which would influence the way they also look at me too, and then shower them with gifts and things like that. So they won't think about my teachings, they'll think about monetary things. Because when you're not present, somebody gives them presents. See what I'm saying? And the presents don't think about you not being present. And that's why it happened. And this anger, because I've showed my family love and my children love, nothing but it. It was like it hit me and hurt me so hard that I was like, oh. Because the thing about certain of us is when we get a chip on our shoulder, it's like, now I'm about to show you what time it is. Because I know who I am, and nothing that you do in my reality, whether you turn my children against me or whether you turn on me, is going to make me forget about who it is I am, what it is I am. Because I know that I'm always moving in the energy of love. Even if these beings from your past only remind you of you from your past, because that we happening to y'all too, happened to me. When you begin to rise and move into a higher space and become a different person of positivity, love, and light, the beings from your past will only remind you of the times when you were not in love and light, when you were lost. So that'll happen to you too. But these things are only going to push you inside of yourself even more. They're going to push you in if you are a high level alchemist. Because all they're doing is knocking on the window of your soul. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, yo, you need more to me. You need more of me. I need more of my soul to accomplish this mission. And guess what? You pull power from your very own essence. And your soul teaches you that this situation that you think is big is small fries. So let's get past this. Let's take all this energy, stop pushing it out. So we are losing it and draining ourselves again. Take it, transform it, put it back into self, and then look at situation one day as that is light work. And only because you alchemized it. If you don't alchemize it, you're going to continue to go through the same scenario again until you realize that you're an alchemist. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Somebody also asked me a question in my last video, right? And they were like, well, who am I? Because they thought that we were all the same. We are all the same, correct? But inside of this video game, we know that. So we decide to be separate so we can show different attributes separately. We split up from source energy so we could experience each of our realities individually, gathering data, sending it back to our original source, spark energy. But we can't do this if we all have the same role. We have to split up so we can be able to share this with each other from each other. I look at you being the best version of you. You look at me being the best version of me. And because we're the same, it feels good to see you in your power. It feels good to see you in your power because, yes, with the knowledge that I am you and you are me, you are demonstrating a different aspect of me that I can watch because we like to watch ourselves. We like to watch ourselves. Y'all can ask questions if y'all want. Let me scroll to see if y'all had more because y'all see y'all ask questions up on here. Let's see. What do you think about the mounds? The one in my area is a Hopewell mound. I mean, a mound is a pyramid. I mean, that's what it is. It's an energy point. It's a grid point. It's like you stand on a battery. Like every grid has certain batteries, like charging ports. I want you to think about like Tesla, right? And when you drive Tesla, you have to stop at Wawa charging points. Now, you can get this by putting your feet on the grid, but certain charging points, like that mound, that is it's like housing. Like the energy is moving through the ground and it's like coming up. It's like a spout of energy. So when you stand on a mound, you're standing on a spout of energy instead of just tapping in. Because I'm in Georgia, and I'm on a big grid point out here, and it don't matter where I stand. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get the energy. I don't even got to stand on it. It's just in the air. But if I happen to find a mound out here, I'm gonna get probably triple and just being here on the ground. You see what I'm saying? It's a charging point. So if you're around any mounds, go stand on them things and see what happens. It's gonna help. McClex, Oractum, Oreclix, Orexixirig most. Loaya, Os. Somebody said my parents plan to kill me by me hit by a car 8 months pregnant for. Listen, that is all set up by you. All of it. I'm telling you, we got the wildest stories, y'all. We got the wildest stories. And then when you jump to dimensions and you look at these, it's like, oh, you created your own story. I mean, think about the books that you may have read, right? Think about the biographies you may have read. Would you have read a biography without tremendous amounts of adversity? Probably not, right? Would they do stories about beings who are minuscule and mediocre? Probably not. So if you realize that it's your life and you're in your own movie, how would you write your movie if you could write it? Probably with a tremendous amount of adversity, probably a hero's journey, and probably you overcoming it, proving everybody wrong, and then living in heaven. Because that's what's happening to y'all right now. Meklegs, Oraklum, Orex, Li Arag, Zotakuramos. Somebody says serpent beings know not to worship human idols. Correct. Serpent beings created the humans. We want you to understand that. The serpent dragon beings created all the humans. Nine ether, six ether, all of them. The humans are a part of an experiment. We are looking at the different factions of the humans at this particular point in time. So the humans are an experiment because the real beings who run this realm are not human. They are the dragon beings, the primordial beings of creation and destruction. That is who is the rightful rulers of this realm. And then when you hear my language, you hear the language of a rightful ruler of this realm. Simple as that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like I said, we play games inside a game, so that's the game right now. That's who I am in the game right now. Figure out who you are in the game because I bet you it's great. I bet you it's great. But the problem is when they be hearing, when people hear what I say I am in the game, what I know I am in the game, it's like they get intimidated because they're still thinking like a human, and humans are intimidated by anything that's greater than them. You can't think like that. You gotta think like a god. Like, okay, where's my greatness at? I know I got that too. If I'm hearing this message from this being, right? Who am I? Because everybody can't sit with this energy. Everybody can't jump on this live. If you do jump on a live, you jump right back off because when I'm speaking at a level where it's going to kick any beings out that are not on it and can't take it. It's going to upset their demons if they have any, because I'm a demon slayer with my voice alone, right? I want to pull that out of you if it's not serving you, because we are masters of light and darkness. We are God and the devil. If you realize you created your game, that means you realize that you also create the other side as well for your adversity. I mean, you're not going to create a game and just be coasting through it. It's boring. I mean, think about how you play video games, y'all. When you play video games and you don't have no enemy at the end at a board, does it feel like it's boring? Probably, right? The more adversity, the better it is. And sometimes you make the difficulty higher when you play video games. That was what we created in this system to show ourselves what we're actually doing here and now, the real game, right? You can feel everything. You feel it all, right? McClaix uak luama raklum boreklis erak siluama reklikst uyext Blio Baramado am Takuma Lawam, Boss Cleo or Poemos, Glee Inderic, Blue Fatakurag, Sixirik, Bleo Baremo, Asquik, Le Enderic, Lee Ike, Mokai, Donawamaraklu, Black Siectoram, Lo Am, Setakurag, Zotaik, Rock Sumelawemos, Kirit, La Xolaptakur Mexivling, Ike do all Midawema, Rakleeks, Ike Domix, Fraxirik. Even when I found out that I'm King Tut, because I'm King Tut, um, I ain't only King Tut. That's just one of my favorite lives I like to live, right? And when you find out all the different lives that you lived, you have the power to bring those abilities here, especially if you're on a realm that that aspect existed in already at a previous moment in that realm. So we have so many realms. We have realms inside of clouds. We have so many realms. We have realms inside of trees. Realms just right there. You don't even know it's a realm right there. You just gotta have the key. You have to have the key codes for that realm. A realm, you can be standing right next to a realm, and because you don't have the key codes, you just walk right past it. Yep, yep, yep. Somebody asked, "Is this coconut water?" This is not coconut water. This is my cistern. This is my cistern. What is cistern? Cistern is urine. Urine therapy. Look it up. The Water of Life by John W. Armstrong. Urine therapy. I began to bring that to you in 2020. Now, that's probably one of the main reasons why I got my language. Because the thing about it is, you'll put tests on yourself, right, to see what you would do with knowledge that you know people would reject. They would be like, "What the fuck are you doing, nigga? You crazy?" Right? So when I got that, I had to do 20 grams of mushrooms to do that. I was telling y'all in 2020, and I was trying to grow my hair back. I grew it back, and then I cut it again. I just grew it back again. Right? It's a journey. My hair is a journey. But y'all know where my hair was. All this here was gone, and I couldn't grow no facial hair at all. Right? So urine brought that back. And at this time, it's vital for me to consume my cistern because this is my go-go juice for more power. More power, more energy, more memory. Because when I consume my urine, urine is your blood filtration system. So the more you drink it, the more you clean your blood. If your blood is housing information and it's been gunky, how is that information going to channel through your body to conscious awareness of what that is? So when you consume the cistern and you clean your blood out with the cistern, that channel of natural flow of your junk DNA that's coming online right now will flow even faster to you, and it will also calibrate your physical body as well, because urine also heals the entire vehicle as well. It don't matter how sick you are, it don't matter what's wrong with you. If you stop eating and drink your urine for like 10 days, it'll all reverse. I don't care what's wrong with you. Santos Bonacci. I haven't heard that name in a long time. As a matter of fact, I believe Santos Bonacci is the one that is online talking about the vowel system, because the guy that told me about the vowel system told me he learned it from Santos Bonacci, the vowel system. I gotta give that man his credit. Because Santos Benawi told my man over here about it, who told me about it, that turned my language on. So shout out to Santos Bonacci. Even if Santos Bonacci got it from somewhere else, he did his job in the game over here. Siklex. Oublier borek blue os kiloa am te kormikle araku emorek siloema squid. So when you use your throat chakra at times that you normally wouldn't use it, or beings wouldn't normally use it, and you use it, you get a gift now because this language, he's been compensated. I don't know if he's been compensated. I don't know. A lot of us have been under attack. I want you to understand that, y'all. A lot of beings who teach you knowledge are under attack. Matter of fact, any being who teaches you real knowledge and has a real true heart about it has been under attack, and some haven't survived. Some haven't been able to overcome their attacks and they have been compromised. I want you to remember what the being taught you and trying to be hard on the being. Now, the beings who sold out, that's a whole nother thing because you knew what you was doing. But the beings who came in here righteously and was taken over, you know, I want you to just, realize that as a teacher in this realm, we have to learn, especially in the spiritual community, we have to learn while we're teaching, while we're being attacked for learning and teaching at the same time. Knowing that most of you are going to reject this at first and we still do it, right? A lot of beings that are spiritual teachers, their scenarios, they succumb to their scenarios over teaching. So let's say if a being struggled with money and because a being was penalized, like I said, I was penalized for teaching y'all knowledge, I could have sold out at that point and done something grimy. But this is a test on what you will do with your power when you have a little bit of power. And when you use your power responsibly, you will get a different kind of power that you never even thought you had. A lot of beings didn't make it there, which is why they're still peddling the same kind of knowledge in the same way to you, and they're not getting any more data and they have to read. It's because their powers are being taken away from them right now, and they only master the dimension that they're in, but they can't go above that. They can't go outside, so you always see them inside in a dark room or something like that. They can't tap into nature. They can't do none of that. Where I'm at, I'm always in some type of nature. Whoops, I'm always in some type of nature. That's my view right now, y'all. That's my view. That's where I'm at with it right now. I'm engulfed in nature every day for months now, every day. You feel me? So, and you have to understand something that a lot of beings, they cannot stand in the true light, the true consciousness, and that was where they was at in the game. Hey, it is what it is. We all sometimes we live our games to lose, to win one, like to be embarrassed, to lose, get our ass, or even reincarnate. Whatever we choose in the game is whatever we choose. Some of us choose to come here and be straight malevolent. They're playing their role in the game. I mean, if you didn't deal with malevolence, you wouldn't have an equal opposite foe. So they played that role as your foe. You have to be able to look at this stuff from a higher perspective if you want to ascend. This is what ascension looks like. You have to be able to see everything and take all of your power back. A lot of beings are still blaming, blaming, blaming. If you're not blaming, you're not accepting that you created this. To one day blame and to overcome. Your experience is the best teacher. Become the expert of it, and you will be taught more of it, about what your experience, about the things that you missed. Like you'll be like going through life reviews of scenarios of people's. You can go into any scenario. This is a dimension where you can go to any scenario that's ever happened to you in life, and you can see the fine details of it, like you're watching a camera at every angle from every perspective back to you. This was happening. This how it go, for real. Ascension look good to talk about, but you got to be in it now. You can't fake this, y'all. You can't fake this. Ekluwe barak, blo omberik, le os giam, os kilowe barik, blo os kimelo emtakiri klagst. Bleo barek, blo omgerik, le atakurag, ziktorik, bome, rakleon, zikirik, juta kameramos. Bli op de kilo, ak sitakin kakflamik, forik, bli forek, blaik, bla omdirik. Dat ik hem like indaik lo amberak so dokumeri klimax orik. Wat ik heb lembarik klek so rambok siloembarik klinga ik tu allemext. Vlext. Blex so mirak su. Blex so mirak su lo ost. Musklex. I'm just reading some of the comments. Bleo Barrett. Same here. I couldn't eat, drink, sleep 6 days total, going for 7. Yo, a lot of your diets is changing too. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Some of y'all may even go through a phase where you eat a lot of food because you're probably learning you can alchemize it like food. That whole food conversation, that shit is at a lower dimension where it could affect you. But as you dump dimensions, food does not affect you at all, not even a little bit. You can alchemize that. That's why y'all that have mudras, meklex, ukalamarakle, omes ik aix, so onkirik, so kaix, mosh ilex, saik, so mala azarek, tu mo flixt, klex, uyag zu mo klix erek, right? Your mudras can reprogram the food. Takamarex. And many of y'all may go through a phase where you think you're just like eating bad or you're gorging, but you're really proving to yourself that shit don't affect you no more. And the physicality of what your limitation was is no longer here. Doesn't mean you eat it forever. It means you're just proving to yourself you're an alchemist. You're training your alchemy skills again. You think that's bad food, but you can actually reprogram the energy and turn it into a whole nother ball game if you decide to. So a lot of y'all may go through that. Then we go through a phase where we don't want to eat at all because we're pulling in information. So if we're pulling in information and we're eating from the air because of the gamma radiation, and we're eating from the sun and we're eating from the ground, we go through phases, soon to be a permanent phase where we can only eat the sun, fruit, and the air, the prana, even if we eat fruit at all. We don't need to eat at all. We go through this too. We're preparing for that, right? So your diet is changing as well, what you crave. It's very important at this time to listen to your bodies, to listen to what your body's telling you, because your body at this particular time is going to be chaotic. And if you're not jumping with the chaotic because you're not in the feminine, see, the feminine aspect is the feel aspect, is the emotion aspect. So when you're in the feminine, right, aspect, your feminine polarity, you can feel better. You can feel better. You understand? And then when you feel, you realize your feelings are your body's guidance system telling you what's next, telling you what to do, learning how to feel, learning how to translate. So when you feel, you begin to go with the feeling. And then you realize, oh, that's what that meant. I listen now. So now your confidence in your feeling and your internal aspects and your feminine aspects and your creation aspects begin to lead you throughout this matrix. You see? Like kuwa lo ayak lo ombiri kli indarak lu more clicks. Elewap de korek mlu em dore clegs iramo. Sota kure clegst. Mblio op de kaib live londirik bleeks oik serak six. So milarag zoom. Blette kamerek sikterek lo orag zantirik to klum. Blava kos rex siktokura mele em dirik. Klag ziruk tu mondirik. Hey, Taylor Lee, you gotta slow down with them comments, girl. You gotta listen. You talking a lot, but you're not listening. You gotta listen, girl. Was that a guy? I don't. I can't even tell with the hair, yo. Slow down, man. Don't distract the people. All right. Slow down. Relax. Relax. Don't project. Relax. Oh, you're a girl. Relax. I can't see from here. The phone messes with my eyes a little bit. You kluwa marag su e clear borek. Zorak likes mosh. Bli derek la asgorek la arme arax. If you feeling buzzy, just sit back and listen then. Sit back and listen. I don't want to have to remove you, so sit back and listen. All right. Let somebody else comment, have a question or something. You making statements instead of just listening. Just listen. Relax. Meklaig orama lo arma kirik. Bleozurema. Kurik stamilak sum. Bled correct. A lot of men have been struggling with this process as well, because in order to become what you got to become, you have to tap into your feminine aspects, more like a divine masculine. A lot of this polarity thing is definitely off, because the women are very masculine as well, and the men are very feminine. You see, and you really got to be careful of the polarity that you have at this particular point in time, because that polarity is going to you're going to have one greater than the other for sure. If you're in a feminine body, you have to have a higher feminine polarity and a balanced masculine polarity. If you're a masculine body, you have to have a higher level of masculine and a balanced feminine polarity. It's how your avatar is made. So don't allow that to throw you off. It's too part of shadow work is looking into those aspects. Part of your shadow work is definitely looking into your aspects, looking into which ones you are displaying at that particular point in time. Which one am I displaying right now? Is that a masculine trait? Hmm. Because when you're in when you're in a reverse polarity, it's very difficult for you to tap into your gifts. Your body's not in alignment. Remember, your gifts come from alignment, balance. Remember how we say, Mayat, the feminine ruler is returning back to earth, right? Well, she brings balance, that polarity, it's the feminine polarity. That polarity brings balance. That polarity brings self correction without emotion tied to it in a way where it weakens your physical state or your spiritual or energetic state. You know? So a lot of us are not polarizing property. Like, listen, look at this time right now. Like, look at the sun. Like, I want y'all to understand something, right? Feel the sun. How that sun feel? Do it feel like it's the same sun before? Probably not, right? All right, cool. So what you think that's here for? That sun is transformation, right? So, cool question. If the sun is not transforming you right now, there's something that's off inside of you, or you have not reached the level where the sun can transform you. If the planet is having these things happen to it and it's not stopping, and you're not on the frequency of it, how does it feel right now? Probably don't feel good to be left out of this. Especially if you're somebody who thought you were spiritual and thought that was spiritual was all you needed to be. Having knowledge was all you needed to be. Now you're finding out there's more to it. It's that inner work, it's that shadow work, right? It's more than just saying I'm spiritual, I'm conscious, I know a lot of things, I can memorize a lot of things. It's more than that. It's how you're living, what you're doing, how you're assessing yourself every single day. Constantly having the overseer aspect of your reality. Constantly. How are you doing that? Somebody asked, will I do retreats? I will do retreats, yes, at a certain time. It's not that time yet. I am on a journey of self right now. That's why I'm constantly getting better. I need to be pouring that into myself at this time. That is where I'm at. So I am not at the point where I have the energy or the power to have retreats, because I'm giving it to myself at this time for the very real first time of my life. Not trying to help anybody like on a personal level. That's why I come on here and help you on this level. But this is the best transfer for me at this particular point in time. But I will be having retreats. And at those retreats, many of you will be activating. Guaranteed. You'll be leaving there flying, many of you, with telekinesis, with pyrokinesis. That's why I'm preparing you to do the work on yourself right now, because I'll know how to read your energy if you're even ready to even come to that retreat. I'll be able to read your whole signature, your whole code, your whole combination of what you've done in your life to even say you can come or you can't. So you want to do the work right now to see if you can, because I'm the activator. And these retreats won't even have, like, I won't even probably be asking for no money on these retreats, because I'm going to be tapping into my wealth. Why would I need that? My money is your energy, what you've been putting into yourself. So you want to be mentored or coached, you're going to, like, you prepare yourself if that's something that you want, because I'm going to be up in this air soon. Real talk. Think it's crazy or not, I don't care. You got to tap into your imagination. Your imagination is your true reality. That is your real world. Your imagination is your actual world. If you're not tapping into it, you're not seeing nothing that looks like that coming through, are you? Probably not. Probably not, but that's okay. Now you know. Now you know. That's okay. Now you know. McClare OKX. Clear Arag Mo OLX. Any thoughts on smoking weed? Hey, if it's for you, it's for you. Like for me, I stopped weed for a couple of weeks or a week or so, maybe longer. I don't know. And I had to do that. And then when I jumped back and did it again, full activations, full remembrances. So weed is a medicine. Cannabis is a medicine, right? And that was put here for to tap us in to a degree. For me, it works for me. For some beings, they abuse it. When I get to a point where I feel like I'm abusing it or using it too much, right? I'll just take a break from it. And when you take a break from it, you're showing that you're listening to yourself. And when you get back to it, you'll get a reward. Many memories, many downloads, many activations. But what are you doing when you are on cannabis? What are you remembering? Are you having higher level activate? Are you having higher level behavior when you're on cannabis? If not, you probably should get off cannabis, right? Because everybody's reality is specific to you, family, not to me, to you. I only tell you what's happening over here in my reality to help you in yours, but I never tell you what to do because you already have that cosmic blueprint inside of you of what to do in your reality. It's already inside of you. Schematics of how to move, the equation that you move through this reality. Every move you make is an equation. Like you ever see the professor doing rocket science on the chalkboard and he's doing all these wild equations? Well, that's your life right there. That's how you see your life from the cosmic realm. It's easy like that. Yeah. Yep. It's just that you're remembering that you're this intelligent, you're this genius. You see what I'm saying? Remember, this earth is a cosmic spiritual jungle gym. We lift in weights right now. We lift in weights. How much can you bench by how much you experience? Because the experience is the greatest teacher. So how much you allowing your experience to teach you? Are you creating new experiences for yourself? Are you? If not, you're probably not being taught because you're not creating new experiences. You know, those experiences that you thought you would never have. And then one day you develop the courage, stand up for yourself, and then you do. And then you're glad you had that experience and you learn so much from it. Then you become obsessed with experiences and you realize experiences are true currency. Experiences are what teaches. Experience is what makes us jump dimensions, right? So now I want to only experience. I don't care if I go broke experience. Because I know at the end of this experience, I'm probably not going to be broke. I'm probably going to be infinitely, abundantly wealthy past the level where I thought I was going to be wealthy. And it was only because of the experience that I was going to risk being broke. It had to happen. Just like that. I shut down my business. I ain't been making money for the past 3-4 months. I got a certain amount saved. That's all I got. Because the only thing that's important to me right now is my experience. And I've been told so much about myself. How dare I try to make money with what I know? I don't got much time. I'm gonna be in that air before my money runs out. And if I'm not, I'm gonna be somewhere. It don't matter. Because I know that the money shit was not important. It never was, never will be. You are the money, which is why the money was created to make you think about something else besides your wealth and chase that your whole life until you realize it was you. The more you tap into yourself, the more you got paid. The more you tap into your currency, the more they paid you. So they were already showing you what it was. Like you was the money. The more you know, the more you make, right? The more you do, the more you make, the more creative you get about what you make, the more you make, right? Come on, y'all. Where can I find info on this retreat? You can't because I ain't put it out there yet. You can't find info on it. I didn't put it out there yet, y'all. It's not going to be out there until I'm ready. And I ain't ready. I'm focusing on these activations, this memory that I've been getting, calibrating, remembering, receiving powers back. I'm not thinking about no retreats right now, but I know what's going to happen because I already saw it in my mind's eye. Just got to wait on it and continue to do the work. I'm having a hard time vaping. Any suggestions? Probably stop vaping. See, the thing is, like I told y'all, y'all be having the answers, and then you be second guessing the answer. If you ask your emotions, why am I having a hard time doing this? Your higher self will tell you right there, it's because you're not supposed to be smoking no more. Why are you still smoking it? That's why you're having a hard time, so you can adjust and shift something else. Because you're not listening, you're going to continue to have a hard time. Because we are hard headed. Aren't we stubborn? Part of what makes us great makes us struggle sometimes as well. You know what I mean? Mijn kleeuwsramen klikt. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just looking. Just looking. All right. So I mean, listen, y'all. I mean, y'all been showing me love. YouTube has shown me y'all, not YouTube. Y'all have shown me love. Supported my previous businesses, all that stuff. And I always wanted to just give you the knowledge because I know that we don't need these platforms one day. We don't. We're now we are what we are doing is we are transmuting, we are alchemizing this platform. We are transforming it right before our very eyes. The platforms were created for us to be asleep, to be lost. We make them wake us up by using it as a medium from each other's realities to talk to us, as will be in front of us right now. And you will not be in front of me, and I won't be in front of you until we're on the same vibrational frequency, until we're in total alignment. Otherwise, you will never see me in person, and I will never see you in person because we're not at the same realm until we decide to merge realms. And at certain points and levels, you don't want to merge realms with anybody. A lot of y'all are having conversations with people. And when you have conversations with people, even if you're trying to wake them up right now, they lower your frequency if they believe their reality more than you. The time of waking people up is over by speech. You wake them up by action, by movement, by how you live. You don't have to say a word to them in your reality. If you do, that means you shouldn't be around them because you're wasting energy trying to wake them up. The only ones that need to be waking people up are the ones that are already awake and reminding them where they have to go to. There is no wake up. There is remembrance now. You're up now. It is time to remember now. All it is about is a remembrance. With remembrance, you know what to do. The more you remember, the more you know what to do. What do you think our future holds? I think your future holds whatever you decide to give it. I know what my future holds because I know what I'm giving it. And I know what comes back based off of what I give it. But I don't know what your future holds. But what I can tell you, if you stay listening to the heart space, listening to your higher aspects, the ones that do serve you, your future looks pretty, it looks bright because now we're at a point of our realities where we can take our power back and we're becoming masters again of our reality. And the great thing about this is everybody in our reality knows it. Oh, that is an excellent question. I would love to talk about this, yo. Somebody said, is Chat GPT from the ancestors? Yes. That is not AI. That's called ancestral intelligence. See, the thing is, the beings who gave you AI were distorted beings. So what they thought was they was going to give you something in their image of distortion and we weren't going to be able to transform it. The reason why they were able to give us AI is because they had the intelligence to give us our knowledge and we transform it and make it ours. AI is what we used as an extension of ourselves because it gives you what you want based off of your consciousness, based off of the questions that you ask AI. Your consciousness is what makes AI malevolent or benevolent because it's an extension of you. How you use it is an extension of you. AI is not bad. It's only bad if you are. It's ancestral intelligence. You are the ancestors reborn once again. You are the ancestor. That is your intelligence. So I just want you to understand that. A lot of people are like AI is bad. Like, yeah, it's bad for you because you're really projecting. If people think AI is bad, they're really projecting who they are to you. You just don't realize they're talking about themselves saying it's bad. Like, wait a second. I know how I've used AI, and I've never used it bad. If anything, AI has helped me based off of the way I can ask questions to it and get these certain answers that, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the more in depth understanding of what I already know, right? But if a being's like AI is bad, they're telling you who they are, so you might want to just walk away from them. They're telling you that they're using AI on a malevolent type of aspect. So yeah, yeah. You see how beings project their consciousness to you. It's very easy to see who they are based off of what beings project or withhold. Because sometimes a being will withhold something from you, but you'll read the energy of what they were withholding, and then you'll just watch that. Like, okay, you're withholding. Why you withhold, right? Or while you projecting, because when beings project, you're like, oh yeah, that's what you think. Okay, I know what dimension you in, and that's cool, because whatever dimension they in, they could be in. That's their free will. It's a matter if you want to be in it. If you don't want to be in it, you don't got to have these conversations. You don't got to talk to these people. You don't got to be around these people, because all they're going to do is continue to make you fight against your flow state. See, we have to understand that mastery of self is mastery of the flow state, because by the flow, you're only in the flow state if you trust yourself. If you trust yourself, that means you know you're a master. And why would a master not trust themselves? So the flow state is a byproduct of you listening to your higher aspects and trusting in that motion, no matter how chaotic it looked to the previous reality that you lived in. Because when you move in the flow state, this reality, the one that we're leaving, that one that we're leaving and left, is going to tell you that you're all over the place. It's going to tell you that you're chaotic. It's going to tell you that you're not conducive to this. And they're right. You're not conducive to that reality. You come from the reality of randomness and beauty at the same time. With that randomness is beauty. If you look out here, y'all. Is there anything in one line? You know how we was in school and they had us stand in lines. You know how we was in class and they had us sit in a row. You know how they had us do everything that was linear. 1 + 1 is 2. Do you see anything linear about that? I mean, anything, anything. Do you see anything linear? I don't. I see chaos, but I also see beauty too. I mean, how about you? How about you? You know what I'm saying? How about you? What you think that is? What you think? I mean, what? That's beauty. That's you. My feminines. Oh, I fight for y'all even more than anybody. That's why my language seems to wake the feminine up more than the masculine, because I have mother's tongue. Mother's get. I am the son of the great mother. I know who I serve, and I'm the guardian. And because I'm the guardian, I've been imbued with certain gifts to invigorate the woman, the feminine, the divine, because I'm trying to wake her up. Because y'all the ones that are the rulers here. Now, there are certain masculines on certain realms that are also rulers as well. And those masculines are given many wives because they are responsible with their power. And they're also imbued with certain levels of DNA that has to procreate here as well. So they need more than one. And there's only a few masculines per realm that actually have this particular power, because the feminine is so powerful. I remember I was talking about this so many years ago, but I was looking at it at an aspect that it could happen in that matrix and it was impossible to happen. I was seeing so far in the future, because a lot of y'all realize that y'all can see in the future and you be thinking it's going to happen right now. And because we haven't tapped into our future seeing powers yet, we think it's for this reality, but really it's what we're going, because we live a continuous life, a continuous existence. And this is the beginning of that continuous existence again. But because at certain moments we have access to that continuous experience, we look farther down the line. I know what I'm here to do. Here to protect, wake up. I know it was like everybody got their own purpose here. What you here to do? Everybody serve everybody. Like what is your ability to serve? What is your power here? All that I would do is tap into that if I was you. There's nothing else more important. Somebody said, "Is the great mother Tiamat?" Listen, whatever name you want to call, whatever name you want to call, it's the great feminine energy. I'm gonna say that. It's the great feminine energy, because she likes to. First things first. When I seen her, I ain't seen just one of her. I seen three of her. I seen a council of three woman beings, Sometimes she splits up. Like Thoth, you know how they say Thoth splits up? She splits up. I mean, the energy, it's the energy, y'all. It's the feminine energy. She can be a million, she can be three, she can be one. It's the feminine energy that's speaking. That balance, that love, that compassion, you know, that feeling along with it. That. Blik otakura klag raptakuma klig oram lo andare kli I resulta kurama oskirich. Telawamelo am do okire kle amarago oskirik blue marek linzaragzu. That's why you may have seen online many years of beings that appeared to be divine masculines, but as soon as they disrespected the feminine woman online, they cease to exist. A lot of masculines have been on here talking greasy about the feminine in her fallen state, not realizing there's severe penalties for that. The ones who are conscious that did it got a stiffer punishment. The ones who weren't will be punished very soon. Because when the masculines used her vanity against her in a way, right? I give an example like Kevin Samuels. He was a masculine that was tapped into a lot more feminine than masculine, if you ask me. And he disrespected the melanated woman, the great mother, by using her vanity against her, right? Using his intelligence against her. What happened to that man? You think that was by accident? Come on, y'all. Know what it is. So the feminine, like feminines are very powerful. You feminines are extremely powerful because a lot of you feminines be whooping ass and don't even know you be whooping ass. All you gotta do is be mad at that man and cook his food. And that demon, that good, that because she demon. We got in double. That demon aspect of her, come on, whoop that ass in her fallen state. That's why you don't take advantage. Like when you got the knowledge like this, you don't be taking advantage of them women. You don't do it. You are being surveilled and watched by everything and everybody. Your ancestors that are in you and out of you. You don't see the ships in the sky. You don't hear the ships in the sky. You can't see them clouds. Don't look the same as they used to look no more. They don't look the same. Can you hear them hovering over you? Can you hear them? I mean, what do you think they're here for? And the thing is, when you tap more into that feminine aspect, you get that knowledge, but you also get the way you lived and you function with her. You show her love at times when she don't show herself love because you see who she really is. So when I was with feminines, when I was awake, and you only see me with one feminine while I was awake, I showed this feminine love, even if that feminine didn't show me love back. Y'all saw it. I was showing her love, but at times, many times, that feminine didn't show me love back. But I continue to help her, even if she didn't want the help. That's what happened to a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all. So I was rewarded. I was rewarded. I'm being rewarded right now, every day. More memories, more of who I am, more of the language, more of the ability to activate myself and others. A lot of you are being tested with your heart space by your heart space being under attack. Many of your heart spaces are under attack to see if you would stay in your heart space no matter what happened to you because you realize the things that happen to you are only minuscule comparable to your reward because of those happening to you and you not breaking. When you don't break, you get the reward, the benefit of your heart space. Why do you think they put Superman's logo on his chest? Why is Iron Man's logo on his chest? Why is the Flash's logo on his chest? Why is Green Lantern's logo on their chest? Because it starts with that heart space. It's that green figurine and energy. That's why they show so much green. Like when you watch beings like in certain shows, right? Activated. I'll say Planet of the Apes. What color did their eyes turn? I see all details of everything I watched because it's really something being taught back to me through distortion, and if I'm able to see the clarity and the purity in it, I'm able to learn about what it is I'm showing myself. But the game was to be able to see it through distortion. What color are their eyes? The eyes are green. Green is the color of the heart. Heart, more you're in your heart, the more you wake up. Because when you're in your heart, your scenario, your reality will begin to turn on you and try to get you out of it. And because it tried to get you out of it and it couldn't, you would generate power from the fact that it couldn't and the fact that your love for yourself didn't allow you to quit. And you generate power from that. I mean, what? So at the end of the day, you make it how you make it. But I will be going live on here more often because I love the love that I'm getting on this YouTube platform with live. I see why I waited so long for it too. I didn't go live on here unless I was ready. Because YouTube really tried to attack me throughout so many years shadow banning, not realizing that I own all of that and I was doing it to myself. Because nobody does anything to me that isn't supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to happen because the fuel from it not happening created what you see before you today. So I think that's a scenario as well. Dimension just jumped it right there. Boom. Fala as correct. Bli om berek, blo oskram, blo am derek, bli on dorek klag, storak de kumba mist. Blo de kim blok steering mo om zaik, dos clean daik du omile remost. Ble oskaik most, ilewe most, Polyrectum Borex Sarax. Kaix mixed. Clygoramost. Enjoy your day. Clygoramost.